Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look that you're seeing right here. This is a very good go-to look if you're going out with your girlfriends, if you're going on a date with your bae, or if you just want to, get cute and stay in the house and watch Netflix like me. So yeah, if you want to learn how to do this look, keep watching.
Okay, guys, so the first thing you have to do is you have to moisturize. If you don't moisturize, your makeup is not going to stick to your face at all. Step number 2 is primer. Please put your primer literally all over your face. The primer is what's going to help your makeup stick all throughout the day. Okay, so now the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix two different colors on my little palette right here, and I'm going to use two colors because my skin color changes with the weather, changes with the wind, and I need two colors to make it look right. So once you mix your colors on your little palette thing or whatever, if you're just using one color, that's fine. Put it all over your face, like all over. It doesn't have to be neat because you're gonna go over it with a sponge to blend it out anyway. So do your best, try to get it everywhere. Oh, make sure you bring it down your chin too, please, please, please. You don't want that separation. Okay, guys, now take a sponge. This is a beauty blender that I like to use. It doesn't have to be this brand though. It can be any sponge really, as long as it's nice and soft and bouncy, and just beat your face. Beat and bounce, and this what this is doing is it's gonna smooth out all of those lines that the brush causes when you're first applying your foundation. Next, you're going to be applying your concealer all underneath your eye. Try to do a little triangle like you see me doing here. You guys want to bring it down, all the way down your nose. Put a little bit on your forehead if you have a big forehead like me. If you have a smaller forehead, you can go ahead and add more, and definitely bring some down the bridge of your nose and a little bit on your chin. Now you're going to take a different beauty blender, a clean one, and push this product into your face. And what you want to do is bring it in. Bring the concealer into your nose because that's what's going to start forming that contoured look on your nose without actually having to contour your nose. That's a little trick. So yeah, you're going to blend this all in. Please make sure to smooth it out as much as you can. And this takes a while sometimes. So sometimes you'll be there bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Next, you're going to take a brush to do the nose just because you want that precision that the sponge doesn't give you, and you want to give it a nice smooth look. Next, guys, is going to be your powder to set your concealer. Anytime you put a cream on anything, you definitely have to go over it with a powder. I'm using two different colors just so that it's not too yellow and not too white. Put the powder into my hand, push that sponge into the powder, and just generously apply this powder everywhere that you conceal. Forehead, under eyes, chin, little on your nose. Use the brush for that precision. Next, you're going to apply your face powder. This is your foundation powder. It's going to go everywhere that the concealing powder does not go. Make sure you bring it down your chin. Don't only stop on your face. Bring it down into your neck just to blend it in so that it doesn't look like a separation, because the colors don't always perfectly match and you want to be as seamless and perfect looking as possible. Make sure you're using a nice fluffy brush to apply your foundation powder so that it could be applied the right way. Next, we're going to take an angled brush like this to start your contouring. I'm using two different colors from my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit palette, and usually I go with the lighter color first and then dip it into the darker powder, and I start at the corner of my ear and bring it down. And you want to do this very lightly. Please don't press your brush too hard, because if you do, you could put too much product on your face, which you're gonna actually see me do on the other side in just a few seconds. I pushed a little bit too hard. You definitely want to sculpt out that jawline just to give you a more snatched look. So There you have it. Chisel out that jawline, ladies. Look like you just went on a diet. Okay, now you want to try to blend that in. I'm going to the other side now. Here you can see I'm doing it on my forehead, on my chin, and down my jawline. You want to do the same exact thing on both sides. So here is where you could see that I added a little bit too much product on my left hand side. So I'm going to use a big fluffy brush to help blend that out a little bit. Okay, onto the eyebrows, guys. I'm going to be using my Ulta Beauty Frida eyebrow palette in two different colors. I'm going to be using the two darkest shades. You're going to want to get an angled brush and a little spoolie to brush your eyebrows before you start adding in your color. Take your angled brush, dip it in the darkest colors that you have, and just start filling in the eyebrows to the shape that you want. These are called quarantine eyebrows, and I have not gotten them done in about 2 months, so they're a lot thicker than I usually have them, but I'm going to try to outline them into the shape that I truly, truly want. And it actually isn't as thick as I thought it was going to be. It actually doesn't look bad at all. So I'm, trying to make the front of my eyebrow a little bit into a square. Don't go too heavy with the powder on the inner part of your eyebrow because you don't want them to look too dark and then you're going to be walking around here looking angry all day. All right, so now I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color chocolate, and I love this little thing because literally the brush has the tiniest little pencil that allows me to draw on hair like lines, and it looks like my real hair on my eyebrows. So now what you gotta do once you finish filling in your eyebrow, you take a little tiny brush like this, angled, dip it in a thick cream concealer and outline your eyebrow just to clean it up. I actually have a lot to clean up because, like I said, I haven't gotten my eyebrows done in quite a while and I want them to look as neat as possible. So here I am basically making the hairs disappear so that my eyebrows could look snatched, honey. Take your pinky and dab it just to smooth out those lines that you just created. You could also take a sponge, but I like my pinky better. And then you're going to do the same thing on the top. Basically outline your eyebrow, clean it up to make those, little hairs disappear. And then take your pinky and do the same thing, dab it. So, because you don't want that line. Some people like that line, but I personally don't think it's cute on me. Here you can see the difference in my two eyebrows. Now you're literally going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Okay, guys, onto your eyeshadow. First thing you want to do before you apply your eyeshadow is get an eyeshadow primer. Put it all over your lid. Use a brush to smooth it out. Get it nice and flat. And you don't want to let it sit for too long. So don't put this on and then go do the dishes. You want to try to get your makeup on kind of right after you put it on there before it gets too dry. Okay, on to your color. Look at this color palette. I love it. It's so amazing. Shout out to Bria who gifted me with this amazing palette from Amazon. I'm going to be putting the name of the palette in the description below. So basically what you want to do is you want to start off with a neutral looking color up in the top half of your eye, the upper crease area, and you have to do it with a fluffy brush because when you use a fluffy brush, it's going to allow you to blend it nicely. You don't want to see any harsh lines, and the fluffy brush is going to assist with blending out those harsh lines. Okay, guys, now you're going to take a flat brush, choose a different color for your lid. I chose this golden color. It looks yellow on camera, but it's like a shimmery gold in person. And just pack it on there. You don't want to really blend it like how you did the top half. With this one, you're going to kind of just like push it into your lid. Do the same thing on the other side, kind of just pack it on there, push it onto your lid. You don't really want this color to move. Now for the outer crease. For the outer crease, you want to add a little bit of dimension. So what you have to do is get a darker color. Get that darker color. I chose like a dark brown color, and I'm just gonna work that into the outer corner, outer crease, and kind of blend it and work it inward just a smidge. Just a smidge. You definitely want to blend it out because these darker colors, you don't want them to look like harsh lines. Once you're done kind of working that brown color into your outer crease, you're going to take a fluffy brush and you're going to try to blend out that color just so that you can't really see where one color starts and the other color ends. You want to try to make this look as seamless and smooth looking as possible. Alright, so I went ahead and started adding a black liner. I will admit, right now is not the best time to add it, only because it takes a while to dry and it wound up smudging. If you can, do this at the very end after you're done with everything, right? Before you put on your lashes, because you don't want it to get on your perfectly freshly applied. The wing is a little tricky to do. I'll do a separate video on how to get the wing to look right. And then you just want to go ahead and match the same thing you did on one side to the other side. The next thing you want to do is add in your pencil black eyeliner to your bottom lash line. Please do yourself a favor and pull your eye down to apply this so that it could be nice and neat and very precise and close to your lash line. Pull down your eye. It looks a little weird, I know, but that's what you need to do to apply the liner in the correct way. And here you could see where that liquid got on my face, and I'm wiping it off of my lashes here, but it's a little bit too late. Next thing you guys want to do is take a big fluffy brush, and now is the time where you want to wipe away that bake. You want to wipe away that under eye powder on your chin, on your nose. You always want to leave it on there if you're doing eyeshadow so that all the little particles that fall onto the powder that you're wiping away and it doesn't fall on your face. So my liner was really not cooperating with me at all. So what I do now to try to fix it is I take my micellar water and I take my little micro brush and I dip the micro brush in the micellar water. Give it a little shake because you kind of want to drench it in there. And then I'm just going to take the brush. Basically, it's a makeup remover, that micellar water. And I'm just going to clean up whatever line doesn't look nice and neat how I want it to. I took a little bit more of that golden color and I just packed it on there again to try to hide any imperfections. Because I'm extra, I went ahead and added a little bit more contour, as you can see here. Now it is time for your blush. Choose whatever blush you have or whatever is to your liking. Take your blush brush, which should be clean, give it a nice little tap and put it on the apples of your cheeks. So smile and find out where your apples are. And I like to bring my blush up kind of almost as far as I brought my contour up, just because I like the way that that looks. So that's how I'm adding it in, and you want to do this in a circular motion. Don't ever push too hard when you're applying this because you could add too much product and then you're going to end up looking like a clown. Now what I'm doing is just taking a fluffy brush and blending out that outer corner just to try to get rid of that harsh line. I don't want there to be like a straight line that shows the separation, so you want to try to just blend out the lines, try to make everything look as smooth as you possibly can. Now for the fun part, you guys are going to get your nice fan brush and we're going to start adding in our highlighter. I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty in the color Trophy Wife. This color is amazing, guys. It is so bright and sparkly and shiny and literally the best highlighter I have ever owned. So go ahead and apply that to the upper part of your cheek, kind of like right on top of your blush and underneath your eye. And I like to apply this generously, and honestly I put it everywhere, not only on my cheeks but also on my eyes, just because I'm extra and I just want to shine. Now it's time for your lashes. This is the second to last step once your face is done. Get your glue. I use a white glue. When my white glue turns clear, that's when I know it's ready to apply. Always use a tweezer when you're applying your lashes and always apply them in the looking down position. Always hold the mirror lower. Like don't put it straight on, like hold it low so that you could put them on accordingly. Yeah, so my lips are last, so I just went ahead and added some cocoa butter for a little bit of moisturizer so that my lips aren't super dry when it's time to add my lipstick. So in between my lashes, the glue dried. So now I'm just gonna apply them. Remember, you guys always want to look down and use a tweezer. That's the best way to apply lashes. Last but certainly not least are your lips. I am taking a pink liner just to outline my lips, just to give it a more fuller look and also a neat look. So I love to use a liner, but your lips have to be moisturized to use this. So make sure you put something on your lips before you're going ahead and adding that liner. I'm going to be taking a similar color lipstick and I'm just going to be going all over my lips with that color. And lastly, I'm going to be taking my lip tar from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. It's basically like a sticky lip gloss kind of thing. And of Compulsive Cosmetics. It's basically like a sticky lip gloss kind of thing. And I'm putting that all over my lips as well. And then I'm just going to take a Q-tip and kind of just smooth that out.
Okay, guys, that is the finished